I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. Now when Jesus was saying, when I be lifted up, he was referring particularly to his crucifixion and his resurrection. That when I'll be crucified and I'll resurrect, when I'm lifted up from the ground, from the grave, when I come out of the grave, I will draw all men unto myself. As we join in glorifying God, in exalting his name, in the midst of our own issues, as David was pursued by Saul and played the madman, when he was perfectly in his mind and his right senses, he says, exalt the Lord at all times. Let his praise be continuously in your mouth. I want to read a few more scriptures in what we have begun. Psalm 34. Let's take it from verse 5. It says, they looked to him and were radiant, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of his troubles. David says, they looked up unto him. Who are they? You and I. Anyone that comes to exalt the Lord, anyone that comes to uplift the Lord, anyone that comes to focus on who God is, as they are doing that, Bible says that as they look up unto him, as they lift him up and exalt him and praise his name, as they look up unto him, their faces were not ashamed. David himself realized that shame was coming his way. Saul was pursuing him. He was in trouble, even though he was anointed the next king of the nation of Israel. Trouble was after him. Yet in this situation, as he understands being the psalmist, exalt the Lord at all times, as he lift up his eyes unto the Lord, as he lift up his face unto God, it says that their face are not put to shame. You shall not be put to shame. As you exalt the Lord, I can promise you that you shall not be put to shame. Your family will not be put to shame. Your business will not be put to shame. Your ministry will not be put to shame. Your career will not be put to shame. God will not put you to shame because you are exalting him. If you are put to shame, then they can ask, where is their God? As it was in the olden days, the people asked, where is their God? If there is a God that is served, let him manifest himself. There was a time we find in scriptures when Elijah was faced with a similar condition, when the gods of the nation, the Baal, that were being served by other nations, tried to explain themselves and prove who was God. Elijah says, let us prove who is God. Let us make an altar, and let there be no fire set on this altar, but let the God that answers by fire, let him be God. What happened at that time? Bible tells us that as Elijah began to call on God, as he lifted up his eyes and began to cry up unto God, as he began to lift up his name and call on him, Bible says the Lord answered by fire, and the Lord did not put Elijah to shame, because doing so would be to put his own name into disrepute. Sometimes the nation of Israel will backslide so much so that it seems unreasonable for God to answer them. But God said, because of my name's sake, because of my own name, because I don't want my name to be put to shame, I will intervene. Not because of their own sake, but because of my sake. I can tell you this morning in the name of Jesus,